Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Caleb, and welcome to this reaction video for today. And we're going back to Anime America with this one. And this one video right here, along with a bunch of others, has been suggested multiple times. I actually don't know how many times, but by how many of you guys have asked for this. I'm trying to recall. I believe I can't remember the first person who commented on this. I'll probably probably post editing me is probably putting up all the names and everything of all this shit going on right now, if I'm actually even that creative for it. But this is the top 10 most evil villains in anime, and I tried to record this video once and I actually recorded it all the way through, but my camera, the old camera I had died, and now I got this new camera which doesn't have any borders, so I can record for as long as I want. I got 87 minutes worth of battery left, and that should be plenty long enough for this video. So, without any further ado, let's go. Creepy Halloween music. It's been probably like 6 or so months since I was more looking at the screen because of how cool it looked on my face. But it's probably been like nearly 6 months or so since I watched this video, so I probably don't remember half the list.
One thing anime excels at, it's making memorable villains.
Yeah.
Oh, can the land of Japan make us some sadistic and twisted baddies we've ever seen. So many crazy villains that it begs the question, who is the most evil villain in anime?
There's a few villains I like legitimately hate. You guys know one of them.
The hardest list we've ever done on this channel. The nominations that appeared on our Facebook page were endless. Just when I thought I was beginning to see repeated names, there was another new nomination added to the list. There were a lot of contenders for this list, but we based our choices on the following criteria. 1. What has the villain done or can do that identifies them as evil? 2. Do they perform evil tasks out of personal gain and or self-indulgence, i.e. do they do their evil acts to fulfill a certain criteria and or because they love to watch the world suffer?
My glasses are
3.
filthy.
How downright selfish, sadistic, and cruel they can be towards humanity or even their own comrades. Oh yeah, we are looking for the most evil of
I think I remember that.
Still not an easy
I think I remember him being on this list too. I can't remember for sure, but I believe he's on this list. And if he is, I'm walking the fuck. Nah, I'm not gonna walk out. I'm just gonna flip off the I'm just gonna flip off the entire segment with him. So.
With their malevolent presence in the anime world. Let's find out. Here is Anime America's top 10 most evil villains in anime.
Let me turn up the volume just a little bit, just in case it isn't working that good.
Number 10.
Ty Dillinger.
Vicious from Cowboy Bebop. Known as a man with an icy cold heart, colder than the eye of a
I'm
storm.
trying to remember you.
Vicious is a criminal mastermind who knows what he wants and how to get it. He's bloodthirsty, power-hungry, and an ambitious man who will kill just about anybody who gets in the way of what he desires. Wanting to take over the Red Dragon crime syndicate, he felt he could confide with his loving girlfriend Julia and
Oh yeah!
Spike, only to find out that the two of them have been seeing each other behind his
Oh yeah, that was him.
Now
Ugh.
Vicious has a goal to not only obtain complete power of the crime syndicate, but also to hunt down Spike and kill him. He doesn't just send out cronies to do the job though. No. Vicious knows how to lure out Spike by targeting those he cares for the most, and even blackmails Julia to try and kill Spike herself. Through his wit, he easily takes over the crime syndicate, and by hunting down more Spike's loved ones, he sits upon his throne and waits for Spike to come to him. He's cold, intelligent, and cruel. No matter his loyalties or past relationships, he'll cut you down if you anger him or
With
give
how
him
cool this show
insult.
looks, I feel ashamed I've not watched it at all. I really haven't. That's because I was very selective with shows I watched when I was younger and everything. I really need to go back and watch this show.
Number 9. Tsuninaga Tamaki from Dead
Oh yeah, you
Do
motherfucker.
not be fooled by that
I'm
idiotic
like 3
smile.
episodes in on this show, and
Tamaki
dude,
is
this
one
guy's a
twisted,
fucking
sadistic
work.
spawn.
This
I'm
guy's
sadistic
a
as
piece of
in
work.
he's a pure sadist. As the chief warden of Dead Man Wonderland, he doesn't even care that under his supervision, dozens of prisoners are being butchered every single day for the sole purpose of gathering money. He'll even have the prisoners experimented on simply and mainly for his own entertainment. The one thing that's really unsettling about him is his manner. How he can just keep a calm demeanor no matter what he does.
If I remember correctly, he's voiced by Todd Haberkorn. If I remember correctly.
It makes you wonder how he treats his own parents. Oh wait, what's that? He's waiting for his father to die so he can have complete control over them in Wonderland? And did he just sit there playing video games while his poor mother slowly died during the earthquake disaster? Yes. Yes he did. What an asshole. A man driven on sadistic pleasure and power, Tsunade Tamaki is one evil, evil sadist.
You all know who really runs this place. And Daddy's too busy fending off the Grim Reaper. So
No, it's not Todd. Somebody else.
twist shtick to the government.
Well, yeah, if you guys haven't watched that, the very first episode is fucked up. Very fucked up. So.
Yuki Terumi / Hazama from Blaze Blue. A true menace, cruel, sadistic, and insane beyond any measurable means. Terumi took pleasure in being a giant troll to anyone with a living pulse. Whether for personal gain for his agenda or just amusement, there was no shortage of taunting or provoking to be had. He is quick to kill, or he'll just use anyone he sees fit. His actual background and agenda are very crazy though, as his physical body and spirit have been defeated several times, and he's backstabbed the hell out of everyone to come back to life and get his way. As Hazama, he pretends to be harmless in order to have his comrades not notice his true intentions. When the guise is revealed, however, he comes off as selfish and manipulative, destroying other people's lives and twisting beliefs for his own gain. As Terumi, he's cool and detached from remorse and compassion. Together, both entities work as one, with almost no problems and taking just as much pleasure from sufferings of others as he once did. A two-faced manipulator who's a natural troll, Hazama with Yuki Terumi are two bad apples for the price of one.
It's chaotic, which I can dig, but if I'm going to send the world into a truly abysmal tailspin, I need more time. Rome wasn't burned in a day.
Number 7. This one here is a tie for two reasons. They're both power-hungry bitches, and they do sick and horrible things to their own.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Medusa.
Medusa Gorgon.
She's one of the few characters I actually legitimately hate.
From Kill la Kill. These two diabolic
I still haven't watched Kill la Kill, mostly just because I can't find an English dub of it. And if there is one out there, then I probably haven't looked deep enough. I'm not too big into looking into subbed anime. I'm not too big on that right now. Anyways, probably sometime later on down the road, I'll probably like give it a shot and everything. But nah. But yeah.
Professor Stein, she experiments on anything, but in her case, it's to feed her obsession with darkness. Her only attraction to Professor Stein is for the madness that sleeps inside of him, something she wants to use for her own gain and self-satisfaction. When you think she can show some love and compassion towards her own child, it is revealed that her motherly affections only come forth when Krona becomes the fearsome killer Medusa wanted her child to be. In order to become this killing machine cooked up by Mama, Krona underwent countless experiments, both physically and mentally torturous. Needless to say, Medusa is a sick and twisted mother who bathes in darkness for her own pleasure.
Oh yeah.
Fear is a driving force and a creator of order. Because of this, the amount of fear that exists in the world far exceeds the amount of actual danger that is present. At all times, there is an excess of fear flowing from every human being.
As for Raggio, we have a glorified madam who indulges in the finest luxuries. She is obsessed with power and conformity, only favoring those who are loyal to her, and torturing those who oppose her. She desires complete world domination as she gives her human soul up to the life fibers. This act alone gives her no regard to human life, not even her own children, whom she countlessly experimented on, as well as demonstrated her obsession with domination by molesting both of her daughters.
Your followers are energy sources for the covers now, and the more they resist, the more...
Oh, I completely forgot this was actually English. I really need to find that. I really do.
Even your little sister will be mine.
Wow, we have some messed up mamas here. Their motives
And to
may be
think,
different, but their tactics are the
she
very
is not
same.
number 1.
Medusa and Raggio, two
What
obsessed
the
mothers
fuck
who
could
will
be?
torture anyone for their
I think
own
I remember
gain,
who might be number 1.
especially their own children.
I can't remember for the life of me who's number 1, but yeah.
Number 6. Donquixote Doflamingo. from One
Doflamingo.
Piece. Nicknamed the Heavenly Yaksha, Doflamingo was the captain of the Donquixote Pirates, the most influential underworld broker who operated under the alias Joker, a former world noble of the Donquixote family descent,
Dude, this guy.
and is a Shichibukai with a frozen bounty of 340 million berries.
Yep.
He has a higher bounty than Caesar Clown? So that means he's worse than Caesar Clown. He fears few people.
I haven't even
as
seen
the
Caesar
overly
Clown yet,
taught
so.
Fleet Admiral Sengoku sits on the table during the Shichibukai meetings and shows only gleeful interest at the thought of warring with Whitebeard. With his lack of fear and doubt, he has the balls to march up to the world nobles, rob them of their tributes, and blackmail the government. He has never been seen looking with any feeling other than amusement by any turn of events, regardless of whom they affect. Doflamingo
I remember
loves
that.
to toy around with his opponents and victims in a sadistic and cruel way, as seen when he gleefully forced 2 Marines to kill each other, and forcing Bellamy and Sarkis to fight each other and suffer injuries before dealing the final blow, all the while laughing at their pain.
Yep.
During the Battle of Marineford, all of Doflamingo's confrontations have been for the sake of personal amusement, as he sadistically watches his victims suffer in sheer agony. Doflamingo also possesses an extremely bloodthirsty mentality, as he brutally punished a gladiator for not shedding any blood for the spectators of his Colosseum fights, and casually licks some of the blood from his gladiator victim off of his own face. He also believes in the existence of an inherent cruelty in all human beings, regardless of personality, that is brought by the excitement of seeing blood and death. So we basically have a maniacal criminal who will use any tactic to not only get what he wants, but to also indulge himself in the blood and pain of his victims. A truly diabolical fate for our list at number 6.
こいつらの牛耳るこの世界を全て破壊してやるとな。
If there is anything, I gotta say, I do like the voice actor for Doflamingo. He fits the role pretty great, I would say. And I can't wait for it to get further on. Yep.
The former captain of the 5th Division in the Gote 13 himself. Aizen initially appeared to be very kind,
my neck.
well-respected captain, and was looked up to by many, especially his lieutenant Momo Hinamori. However, this was just a mask to disguise his manipulative and very dangerous nature. Truth be told, he cares very little for his underlings, and is willing to use almost everyone around him as pawns to achieve his goals. He is willing to stop at nothing to further his selfish ambitions, including manipulating or killing anyone if he deems it necessary. Just for his own amusement, he frequently toys with his underlings and controls his minions through acquired respect or fear. His true objective is to overthrow the King of Soul Society. He once told the 13th Division captain that no one has stood on the top of the world, not even the gods. And he aspires to stand on the heavens and end the unbearable vacancy on the world's throne. Because of his superior attitude and high intelligence, Aizen is easily enraged when facing something or someone which he does not understand. When witnessing Ichigo Kurosaki use Saigo no Getsuga Tensho, Aizen becomes furious because he is unable to comprehend how a human has surpassed his own power. You could even say he has an arrogant and overconfident attitude, while having a superiority complex, believing that he is now above Shinigamis and Hollows. A corrupted soul he is, for he feels no matter the circumstances or reason, he is fully convinced that he is better than anyone else.
In the end, I hope you'll remember one thing. Any betrayal you can see is trivial. What is truly frightening, and much more lethal, is the betrayal you cannot see.
Number 4. Griffith. once aspiring leader wanting to be king, Berserk tells the tragic tale of Griffith's transformation from glory into madness. At the very beginning, Griffith aspired to own his own kingdom one day. From one trial to another, Griffith eventually formed his own army and gained recognition from the highest authorities. When his dear friend Guts leaves him, however, Griffith broke down into a depression that led to his downward spiral. He was behaving irrationally and even slept with a princess before wedlock, leading to his imprisonment and torture. He had everything, only to lose it all through his irresponsible change of behavior. A shell of a man who wants to end his suffering, Griffith turns to the Behelit and summons God's hand. The four members offer Griffith everything he's ever dreamed of: power, loyalty, and a kingdom to call his own. All it would cost for him to have his dream come true is just one thing: the blood of his own army. An army he not only built himself, but considered his family. Would he dare to sacrifice his own men to obtain his own personal goal? Oh, you bet he would. One by one, his army is slaughtered, diced, and eaten alive in order to complete his transformation as the fifth member of God's hand, Femto. The only two survivors were his closest friends, Guts and Casca, whom he had brutally raped out of spite. Oh, you heard me right. He looked at his best friend in the eye as he raped the one he loves, out of spite. That is just way too cruel. Now Griffith rules a land of demonic hell full of demons and bloodshed, and all because he just wanted to be king.
This is my chosen path. If I let myself feel regret or remorse, it could all slip away. And then I would never reach my destined throne.
Number 3. Johann Liebert from Monster. You want to know how evil he is? The title of the show, Monster, refers to him. On the surface, Johann is a well-mannered, charismatic, and compassionate young man. He possesses a myriad of favorable traits and can easily overwhelm individuals with his seemingly flawless nature. This makes it easy for him to make new allies and manipulate them into doing various deeds for him. Calling him just a murderer would be a huge understatement. With such skills in creating this facade, or perfection and pureness, Johann can hide his true motives with ease. Within this contrived exterior, however, Johann inhumanly delivers destruction and suffering to those who happen to fall prey to his schemes. Even before his tenure in Kindenheim 511, Johann still exhibits psychopathic tendencies, as most of his murders in childhood and adulthood have been premeditated and calculated. Johann has a tendency to make his victims experience the worst possible loss and suffering, rather than actually killing them himself.
Sorry you guys can see my face all that great. I'm still in the corner here. I need to get a light or something.
Due
So.
to his torturous methods.
Get
The
like
man
a
is
light to
cunning,
hang up from up there or
ruthless,
something.
and remorseless. Not even caring for what his actions bring to his victims, he claims that most of the universe is death anyways, and that to the universe, most lives are just a speck in a corner of the earth, gone in a flash. No one truly knows how he became this way, but there's no doubt that Johann Liebert is truly an evil monster.
There were so many visions I had of the end. But now, I'm picturing a different ending altogether.
Nope.
Number 2. Frieza.
Oh, yeah, Frieza.
From Dragon Ball Z.
Hey!
One of the
Oh,
most
hey,
iconic
phone.
villains in anime history, Frieza is just flat out evil. Born into privilege and naturally talented with power, Frieza is a terrifying force to reckon with.
Had to turn
Without
volume down.
even trying or lifting a finger, Frieza can take full control over any planet he sees and either enslave the residents or destroy their world. It's not that hard for him. I mean, see how he relishes the effortless destruction of planet Vegeta.
Oh my! This is stupendous! Wow, what a great show! Unbelievable, just look at that!
And for everybody wondering,
If his subjects
actually, let
are
me
loyal to him,
pause it right there. For everybody wondering why Cell or Boo is not on this list, if you've not seen this video, there's an editor's postscript note right here that says Cell was basically made from Frieza, so he was, again, genetically born evil, so he kind of went from that. And then Boo was a very destructive child. Boo never grew into being evil. Boo was just already evil from the moment he was even made. Frieza grew up to be as evil as he is, so that's the reason why Frieza is on this list and not Cell or Boo. Now, this list may have to be updated in the future because of people like Lord Beerus. Who else? Black Goku. That's about it. I can't remember anybody else's name from Super, but that's whew. So yeah, let's go.
he'll use them in whatever way he sees fitting. But if anyone crosses him, even in the slightest, he'll not only take it out on their home planet, but will make sure they suffer immensely before they die. On Namek, his only intention was to gather the Dragon Balls and wish for immortality, but he made sure to treat the Namekians like they're his own personal toys. So much suffering was done to these people that Lord Guru eventually died of broken heart. He died from all of his children suffering under the cruel hands of Frieza.
Yep.
He's overconfident when he fights, thinking that there is no one stronger than him. When he does face a strong opponent like Goku, Frieza is quick to scream, whine, and cheat to get his way.
That knows
Remember
though.
how Goku became Super Saiyan for the first time? That only happened when Frieza killed Krillin right in front of his eyes. When Goku wanted to spare his life and leave him to think of his actions, Frieza gets even more upset and dares to oppose Goku's peaceful truce. Frieza is selfish, cruel, and ruthless. He'll find a way to win, even if he has to cheat or defy death itself. Shortly after his defeat on Namek, his father and his followers gathered up the pieces to his body and saved him from death. Naturally, what's the one thing he wants to do with his new body? Attack Earth before Goku gets there.
Yep.
That's how evil he is. Instead of waiting for a
Yep,
fight,
got stopped
he's
by
downright
Trunks.
dirty enough to destroy Earth just to get back at Goku. He doesn't play fair or abide to any honor. All he wants to see is how he can win and what he has to do to win, while making numerous people suffer at the same time. Whether he uses his own ability or cheats to win, Frieza is a self-entitled, selfish, remorseless, and downright evil villain.
Yep.
Your beauty mind never could understand. I am Frieza, the most powerful being in the universe. And you are nothing but a beast, a fragile animal.
Honorable mentions. We had a lot of nominations for this particular list. So much so that it was difficult making a few cuts here and there. So here's another long honorable mentions list for you. And if your nominee didn't make the list, it was mostly because we felt they weren't evil enough compared to the rest. With
True.
that said, enjoy.
Not watched that show. Haven't watched that show either. Okay. Yeah, but Light's cool though. I mean, Light is an evil villain, but he's cool though. And the show's kind of based around him anyways, so I don't see him much as a villain. Father is definitely one evil being. Giovanni, yes. Oh yeah, definitely that guy. Yep. Haven't watched Heaven's Lost Property yet. Okay. Madara Uchiha. Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Naraku. I really need to get back into Inuyasha.
Number 1 most evil
Wait a
villain in
sec.
anime
Is that the reason why I remember him so much?
Out of all the villains I've seen in anime, this one is just amazingly evil. You just can't believe what
I have a
he
creepy
does,
smile right now, I know,
how
I'm sorry.
he does it, and how he behaves while he's doing his evil deeds. Although Frieza and Johan have done horrific things in their shows, we believe this guy is without a doubt the most evil villain in anime.
Oh no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I was thinking of Shadow Tucker, but never mind.
From Hellsing Ultimate.
Never mind.
A former first lieutenant of the SS.
Now I remember this guy now. This was the only time I ever saw him, so.
Execute a top secret project under special order
I was prepared for it to be Shadow Tucker, though. I was
And
really
we
prepared
were
for it to be Shadow
obviously
Tucker.
evil here. This special project was in order to perfect an artificial vampirization process and create an unstoppable force of vampiric soldiers. Does he really control a ruthless army of Nazi vampires? Nazi vampires? Yes. Yes, he freaking does. Although the war ended before the fruits of his labors could be reaped, the Major and his allies managed to escape from Germany and continue their operations in secret. 50 years later, with the latest battalion at his command, the Major intends to resurface and drive the entire world into war. Between his absolute disregard for
World
life,
War III.
including his own, a morbid love for
So
warfare,
50 years
and
later.
extreme rhetoric,
So this
the
was.
Major is one of the
Did
most
this
ruthless
show come
villains
out
in
around
Hellsing
2000s?
and
Or
in
no?
anime. His defining trait in the series is a complete and utter obsession with war.
Nah, the show looks like it was around.
He loves war in all of its aspects.
Looks like it's about 2008? Somewhere around there. 2008, 2012, somewhere around that range is when the show started. So.
He is never without that smug grin. Seriously, he never frowns on the show. Look at him. Seeing his own people slaughtered to death, he's happy. Watching cities burn to the ground while millions of lives die by his bloody hands, he's happy. What more do I need to say about this disturbingly malevolent being? The Major freely admits his own evil while mocking the righteousness of his enemies. Even when he interrupts the Queen's meeting in Volume 4, he openly mocks both Integra and Maxwell's beliefs while claiming that Millennium has no goals beyond wanton destruction and slaughter. He's immoral, insane, and remorseless. While other villains have a goal in mind, want to prove something, or do evil for self-indulgence, the Major has no goal, nothing to prove, and is just flat-out hungry for war. For no cause or reason at all, with nothing to gain and nothing to lose, the Major will wage war just to hear the blood-curdling screams of his victims and even his own allies. A psychotic warmonger who wants to watch the world burn, the Major is without a doubt the most evil villain in all of anime.
Gentlemen, all I ask for is war. I ask you as fellow brothers in arms, what is it that you really want? Do you wish for further war as I do?
Do you ask for war to sweep in like a tempest, leaving not even ravens to scavenge from this earth?
Very well. Then greed is what you shall
evil the Major truly is. In fact, I've only skimmed the tip of the iceberg. I dare not spoil any more information to you all. Remember last year's top 10 list? Top 10 anime to watch on Halloween? Our number one choice was Hellsing and Hellsing Ultimate, for damn good reasons. Go! Celebrate Halloween with the epic man in red and the most evil character you will ever see in anime. Now, wasn't I going to compare the two shows and see which one is truly better? Stay tuned, Anime America.
My friends, I like no friends. I love war. I love holocausts. I love blitzkriegs. I love defensive lines. I love sieges, charges. I love mop-up operations and retreats. Wars across prairies, in streets, in trenches, in grasslands, in frozen tundras, through deserts, on the sea, in the air. I love every act of war that can occur upon this earth. My heart leaps with joy whenever a soldier is tossed high into the air and cut to pieces by well-placed sniper rounds. And there is nothing like a tank operator using a tidal arc to destroy enemy tanks. And the feeling that comes when a soldier runs screaming from his blazing tank, only to be mowed down by heavy machine gun fire, is such an exquisite feeling.
Okay, dude. Well, anyways, that was top 10 most evil villains in anime. I know you guys have been wanting to see that for a good while. I'm sorry, like I said in my new camera video, that I have not finished editing yet, but it probably should be out before this. Probably should come out last week, I think it came out. Maybe, I don't know. I'm horrible with planning this ahead when I haven't even finished the video. But, yeah, I know you guys have been asking for this, but like I said, with in my camera update video, the old camera I had only recorded up to like 29 minutes and everything, so I would have to stop like around the middle of the video and then start it back up and all that jazz. But now I have this camera which has no batteries whatsoever. It just goes as long as the battery's still running, and yeah. So I hope you guys did enjoy that video. If you did, hit that like button down there. Comment if you guys got any more Anime America videos you guys want me to watch, or any other top 10 lists you guys want me to see, or just any other videos in general. Like, I actually wouldn't mind, well, I don't know about A and B just because of copyright issues, so probably not those. You guys probably suggest them to me, and I might give them a watch, and then I'll give you a thumbs up or something if I like them or not, but, yeah. And, yeah. Subscribe if you guys are not subscribed for more of these videos on my channel. And until next time, yeah. I will see you guys later. I'm very weird. And that's coming off. Ah! Get back on there.